Hi guys and welcome to my channel. Today is day 50 out of 21. Yes, I just finished yesterday my challenge and it was day 40 out of 40 and maybe you finished, oh, maybe he has finished the challenge. No, I'm not, because now is day 50 out of 21. So, new challenge. Oh yes. In those videos, if you don't know me, I'm Gaetano and this channel is called AlienX just because in life I feel like an alien. Yes, that's a vibe and you have to remember it. And then if you're an English fellow, if you wanted to learn English, if you wanted to speak English, if you're an English speaker, we could definitely create a little community here. It's just a safe community when you could do mistake, when you could fail with your language. It doesn't matter. It's actually what is important to do is practice. And we are gonna talk we are gonna talk about this. Yes, everything is falling apart here. And we're gonna talk about this. And so if you just didn't do that, just subscribe to my channel, let a thumb up, and leave a comment and share my videos if you wanna if you wanna share the video with someone. So here I I respond to some questions that gave me ChatGPT, and those questions are actually some questions that gave at B2 at C1 exam. I've just asked for those questions just because they are the most common in English, and you could talk about a lot of tasks, about every task that they give to you. So I mean, those are very general question, and so I think it's really easier for me to make videos in English like that, also to practice for me myself, and also for you that you're watching this video. So the first question is, what makes a person truly successful in life? That's a great question, because I think that what makes a person truly successful in life is a lot of things tend to think about the talent. And the talent, yes, is important, but I mean, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. I think that a lot of people are. I see a lot of people that are full talented, but they didn't do really do. They really did nothing with their talent in their life. So I don't think it's important the talent, but what is most important is the consistency and the practice and the fearless about failure. You don't have to have fear of failing. I maybe in those videos I just made a lot of mistakes that I'm not aware of, and I would ask them to ChatGPT. That's because I want to improve. So then you have to be the humbleness to fail and just to understand where and what you failed, and then correct yourself. Especially if you want to learn a new language, and if you want to have success in learning a new language. Maybe I made just a lot of mistake and I'm not even aware of that, but what does it matter? It doesn't matter actually nothing, because only by practicing I'm learning how to speak English. Maybe you are just stuck, you don't know how to talk in English. That's because you don't practice the language. I just practice and I don't have fear to talk in English. So that's the key to learn the language, not that secret, not the stuff that they tell you about those guru that want to tell you about the secret method to learn the language. It's just practicing, it's just doing your ass and learn the language consistently every day. Dive in the language. It's just that there are not easy journey to do. So I'm sorry guys, that's the truth. But what I think that makes a person truly successful in life is definitely the consistency, and especially I think the awareness to know what to do in your life. You don't know 100% that what you do in your life truly, but knowing and knowing and trusting about what you are doing. At least also if you fail, it doesn't matter if you fail, but what is most important is the journey. It's not about the result. That's because I want to say just a personal thing. I'm quite never satisfied about the result. Even if I success in something, if I success, the sensation is like, oh, okay, I just had success. Oh, okay, all right, okay, yeah. It's something like that. I don't have all this satisfying in having success, but what is satisfies me more is about the journey. It's about the journey. It's about the fact that I grew up, that I was here before, and now I'm here. Now I'm here before I was here. So, and then when I realize all those things, I feel happy and satisfied with myself, and that's the thing that must count. It actually doesn't matter if you fail or if you have success. What is matter is that you grew up actually. Yes, in the better, but also in the worsen. Growing up in the worsen is not even, it's not always about negativity. That's because also sufferance could lead you to grow up. Even if it's sufferance, even if it's happiness, if it's joy, you could grow up. Even with the pleasure, you could grow up. If with sufferance, you could grow up. You are the pioneer. You're the pioneer of your. You are the pivoter. I don't remember the term, but you're the pioneer maybe of your life. You are the driver of your life, so you choose what to do with your energy actually, and you have to wire your energy to something that this could be constructive for your life. Yeah, even though sometimes it could be tough, but it's tough to even it's tough even to do the easier street. That's because then you could meet a lot of problem, maybe worse than the problem that you could meet when you embrace the you know the difficult street. So I think that, as I said, those are the things that make a person really successful in life. I don't think that then there is not a sense of success or failure, because success and failure are both important. Even the failure is important. I think what makes a person successful is that she is fearless about the failure. You don't have to be fear. Fear. It's normal to have fear, to fail. It's a normal thing, but you have to do that. It's just the action counts more than thinking. Thinking doesn't matter what you think. What you think is always the action. So this is the action that I'm doing a video on YouTube, and I'm talking English, and I'm improving my language, and I'm also maybe it could be an opportunity to know that you are watching this video, and meeting new people. It doesn't matter then. If those things is you have a lot of viewers or have no viewers. It doesn't matter. What is matter is the journey. Yeah, the journey. Second question, and I think this is the last. That's because we just hit 10 minutes. Yeah. I want to choose actually one of my favorite of those five. Nice question. What advice would you give to your younger self? That's a beautiful question. That's because if I really had maybe my the big me, when I was something like 14 years old, 15 years old, I would feel really assured. That's because when we are actually really young, and we actually are stuck in adolescence. That's because I think the toughest period in life, the adolescence. The age between maybe 10 and 80 years old is actually the toughest age ever, and maybe also the sad, the period that is the more sad ever. I think that is period is really sad period. That's because you don't know who you are. At least you would never know who you are. Also at the end of your life, but at least you know what you like and you know what you don't tolerate in your life. At least you know what you don't tolerate in your life, and you don't permit to other to overcome your boundaries. That's because you learn a lot of things, such things like that. And yes, maybe if I had to give an advice to my younger myself, I would say to put a lot of boundaries. Put boundaries to people who disrespect you, and to be also more realist. I think that to also be more realist, and to that things will adjust naturally. You don't have to interview every day to interview. You don't have to worry every day about about, the journey. It's more about to view the journey naturally. Actually, let it flow. Let the journey flow. Actually, it doesn't matter what is happening, but what is matter is that you let it flow. And yeah, I think that those are the the advice that I would give me to my younger self, and to myself nowadays. I would say to trust the process. Is actually because it's a process, so actually trust the process and continue in doing what you're doing, and never being stopped by anyone. And by, I mean, the person that could stop really you is actually yourself. I mean, the worst person sometimes could be literally yourself. I think that the worst ever than ever. And maybe also, yes, also toxic people. And but it's then is a little bit is easier than to leave toxic people. That's because they are stuck. They are not stuck to you, but yourself would be definitely forever stuck to you. That's because it's you. You could not rid of yourself and get rid of yourself. But that's kind of great thing that you could definitely change the way you think, the way you behave, the way you, and you could personalize, you could tailor yourself, and tailor yourself to be suited to what you like. But then at the end of the day, you should accept yourself for what you are. And in growing up and in doing the thing that you love, you have to accept yourself, even if you're not perfect. I mean, it's okay like that. Then at the end of the day, I think I'm okay. I mean, I don't care if my hair is a bit like that doing this video, or if my shirt has wrinkle. I don't care. I mean, I don't give a fuck. So guys, we see another video. Yes, what I will say, the best advice I would say, don't give a fuck. Actually, learn how to don't give a fuck. Indeed, I've just read that famous book that is titled something like How to Don't Give a Fuck About Others, something like that. It's a great book. I suggest you to read that. Oh, I'm very impressed about my English. Bye bye, guys. We see another video in day 60 out of 21. Bye bye.